Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I had to pause that and I'm starting again, so I can't pause because I don't know how, but I'm making a sort of gum nut thing. I'm doing some bits to put in for our slow stitch pieces, okay, things you can add to your slow stitching. And I'm going to make some tiny little gum nuts, only for the reason being that I'm making a journal too, but I reckon you can put these gum nuts on your work, why not? Okay, so where's the beginning? I better start again for you. Hey, I have a piece of cardboard, okay, and it's like about 1/2 inch, I'd say, or centimetre. Where's this? A bit over a centimetre. I've got a piece of thread going that way. I've got a piece of yellow, and it's 6 strands. And you want that many, okay, and you're just going to go around here like this. Now you can do whatever you want to with yours or how you want to do yours. I have just thought, I found these tiny little hollowed out like a bead thing. It looks like a gum nut, doesn't it? I don't know whether it is or not, or what's going to happen when I do it, but we'll see. So now I should have had this piece of thread a bit longer, but of course I didn't. So now I'm going to cut that off there. I'm going to tie this at the top. I'm going to try not to make it too difficult looking, because it isn't, but I want to hang on to everything so I don't let it go. There we go. So I've got one knot in it. I've got one knot in it. We slide that off there. Righto. Now this will depend on what size bead you're going to use. I have some littler ones. I've got all different sizes. I'll show you in a second, because this was where I was up to and I had to pause that. I had to turn it off. I haven't figured out where the pause button is on this camera. Next time I buy one, I want instructions before I buy it. I do. Actually, I think it was gifted to me before, that one. Anyway, look, I've got 2 pieces of thread up there, okay? So what I'm going to do, and I think it would have been, I think this hole's way too small to what I want to do, because I've got too much thread here, haven't I? So let's just put it on something else. Well, I've painted this bead gold back in the olden days, and that won't fit in there either, so we're going to have to go with this one now. It's all gone very round the wrong way, but this will work if I cover this bead. I need to cover this bead with something brown, don't I? Oh, I hope I've got a bit of brown. I've got these boxes. I've got some of this stuff down because I wanted to do this. And I thought I'd put enough of all different sorts into these boxes. Because if you've got a box full of all the one colour, it's just really hard when you go to find something to do. It's really hard. And I don't believe I haven't got a brown piece of thread. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Here's a bit. Here's a bit. Sort of brownish. Okay, right now. I'm in Australia, I am, and it's a really nice warm day today. And not where I am though. I'm a bit. Oh, okay. Just having a mouthful of my morning tea milk. I haven't got time to stop. I have been in here for hours and hours and hours. Looking at stuff and getting stuff out and playing around, and I should have been doing a video, and I'm sorry. I find so many good things to look at. Now you only want one thread. Sorry about the band-aid thingy again. Had to take them nails off. They were falling off, so I had to get rid of them. I'm going to get a new plan, and I'll just stick to it this time. By gee, I will. By gee, I will stick to the plan. Okay, so I'm going to thread this. And I'm just going to stitch it as good and as fast as I can for you, so you can see what we're doing. And you've seen me make this before. Now, I do have another way of making them as well, but we can't sort of stop everything that we're doing now, because it'll be confusing for you, won't it? I've got these pink ones, and see, they've got a little hole. I just did these previously, of course, a while back, and there I put some pearl thread on them, but these are not, I find these to be too big. Maybe they're not too big. Maybe I can do this with it instead of using the wooden one, which is going to be a lot harder to cover, and I don't like that it's part. Oh, where's the yellow bit of thread? When I look at that, there's too much white in it. Yeah, I'll have to do that again now. I can't start the video again. Let's just go on from what we're doing, eh? I'll do cover the bead. I'll cover the bead, and I wanted to use one of these different shaped ones. I really did. I just had a thing that I wanted to use them. But I want it to be small, so I can't have everything, can I? Because I haven't got any smaller. I did have smaller ones with holes, and now I don't know where they are. I've searched and searched, and when I was searching this morning, I happened to come upon a whole heap of beads. I found a whole heap more beads I didn't know I had. They were in a box, and they weren't handy at all. I might do this white one, eh? I might do this one. So we're just going to go through there, and we're going with a single thread, because that is the way that this is done, this stump work. And this is a piece to put on our, I mean, I know that I've got thicker ones on that other piece, but I'm happy with that because of what I'm going to do with it. It's okay. It's going to be on a, hopefully on the edge of the book, in a dangle. I'm putting it into a dangle as far as I know. That was what my idea and my plan was anyway, so. But this one here, I'm going to show you how to do it properly. Oh well, there's lots of different ways, but this is how you should just do it. Just keep going through, hang on to your bottom piece of thread you started with, and we're just going to fill all that in, okay? Hopefully it won't take too long. Feels like a long time because I'm taping it, but my daughter came over yesterday and we did a bit of a fix. I don't know how come that happened. That's not good. That's broke off. We'll leave that there. Get another bit. I might have accidentally nearly cut that piece one day or something. I don't know. I don't like it when you find these bits and they've got a knot in them, these threads. Sometimes they have a knot in the cotton, which is not a good idea. But they've got to join it somehow, I suppose. Be a rare thing, I suppose, on a lot of stuff. I just like to say that I have got your letter, thank you, Daphne, and we'll be putting your parcel in the mail tomorrow. Okay, now that was it. There's me knot, and this is a bit extra, isn't it? So I'm going to start down here at the bottom again. Alright. Because I'm going to have to be tangled up in this for a while. That'll help. Or not. Just get it all out of your way. And just work along around here the best way you can. I'm actually going to try and go into some of the thread that's in the inside. Do a couple of stitches in that sometimes, just a bit, you know, and that way it'll all hang on tighter. So you want it so it's just really nice. That bit there, I haven't collected that up yet, but I will. You can just sit down and do these willy-nilly if you want to. I spent a bit of time yesterday doing a bit more of my crazy patchwork because I really need to get that piece done. And I was doing a bit last night as well, but there's so much work to be done on them. I just want to get it done though, so you just have to keep working. Just move that round. Now if you use a bead the same colour as your thread, that is not a bad idea, you see. Right, so now I'm going to put another piece of thread on because I think that that's enough. So I'll go down to the bottom. I'll just take it back through to the bottom with a stitch there. Right. Leave it hanging out the bottom and then so you can hold on to that stitch. But I've got it crossed over there. I'll undo that crossover. Okay. another piece. Excuse me. Right. Now, so I'm going to show you this, and then we might put it onto a piece so we can put it in our slow stitching collection that we're doing. I don't know why I'm putting a knot in it, or just a habit, I suppose. And when you want a knot, you don't remember. So push it up through, try and get it through some of the threads that's there, okay? Try and get through your threads. It's okay to do that. It'll tend to make it a little bit more secure as you're going along, okay? Don't let go of that, Sonya. Come on. Right. Here we go. Keep it reasonably tight. You don't want it hanging off there. That wouldn't look good. There's other ways of making these too, so I'll be showing you them somewhere down the track. We have a lot of... There is so much stuff that I want to show you, and I just can't get get it all out there. I would have to be on here all day. I'll see how we go. I'm really missing doing the journals. I really am, because I want to finish those. A few of them that I'm doing. But then I like to do my stitching too, so it's all in the plan anyway. It's still pretty good. That's pretty open down there, so that's all right. This one, the middle part here, I filled up a bit, which I shouldn't. I should be careful. I need a bit of space in the centre. Take this back through the bottom, and then I'll get another piece of thread. Yeah, well, I hope the summertime's about to come along soon. I really do. So we sort of getting enough of this weather. It was really cold last night, and that's not good. You have to put another blanket on. I find that quite annoying though. Doesn't it feel like it's too heavy? I only got two on. It doesn't matter. Usually only sleep with one blanket, one wool one. That should usually is enough. I did put another one on last night. Got quite chilly towards the morning time. Oh, well, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I have been sleeping so much better too. Oh dear, it's been good. I'm so pleased with myself. Hey, come here. Right. Just hang on to it while we catch all this in here. Hang on to your tails. What is it? So, I hope we're all having a good fun time crafting, and I'm really pleased that everybody's enjoying this slow stitching and the crazy patchwork, because, oh well, they're both the same sort of, aren't they? It just depends. Like, some people consider slow stitching to just be the straight stitch, which is not true, really, because it's like a burrow stitch, I think that's called, and it's just the same all the way. Slow stitching is all of it, I think. It should be everything is slow stitching. I've been watching some of the ladies talk about the place over in England where you go to learn to stitch, and it's a castle somewhere over there. And, I don't know what the name of the castle was now. Look what I've done. I've got a hoopy bit. That doesn't impress me at all, having that bit. Yeah, so there was a man on there too showing us the things that he'd made, because he's one of the head designers and teachers or something there. Or maybe he's at a different place, I don't know. But anyway, Yeah, so it was really interesting what they learned, because there is so much different stuff out there, and people have got no idea how much there is to do with this. And if we don't keep it going, it won't keep going, will it? It'll all fade out. I mean, not many young people are interested in it because they don't know how good it is, do they? They don't know how good it is. Yeah, I'm going to go back inside of this. Just pull it down there. I think I might have enough around it. Okay. You might be covered okay. Yeah, it's not bad. You got a little dimple there, but it's all right. That might be. No, this can be the top. This is the top bit. Okay. I'm actually going to cut that off so it's not. That's the top bit. But we'll be doing something with that in a minute too. So, I just want to put my leg somewhere else. I don't know where it's going to go, but it seems to be. I think these socks I got on might be making it slide across the floor, which that's annoying. So I think that's quite thick enough. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about this. Okay, so nobody panic because I'm just doing some thinking. Now I've got a piece of card here, and I think I said it was about 1 centimetre to 1/2 inch. I'm going to have to take the sock off, I'm afraid, because my foot's slipping across the carpet and it's not good. Which is really weird. I'm trying to get it off without touching it. Sorry people, I got it. Ah dear. That's better. That's better. Right, now. Now we gotta go. Yeah, we're all friends. Nobody I need a piece of thread going across there first now, don't I? See? Which I can use this. It's a bit long, but we'll have a go. We'll cut a bit off it. Because I've got to figure out how to put this through here. Now, I think I can. I'm not worried about it. I think I can do it. I'll hold that back behind there. That's not a good idea. You're going to wrap it if you do that. Right. Oh, look. Just fix it in a minute. Take that out of there. And just go around here with the nice bright yellow, because that will look really nice. The gum nut. Down to there, cut that off. Get a needle and thread, which I probably haven't got anything threaded up at the moment, have I? Here we go, we'll do this one. We'll thread this one. I've been having a real lot of trouble with my computer lately. New and everything, a laptop. Oh, really driving me mad it is. I hate it. I absolutely hate. Why can't they leave things alone? Why do they have to do new things for? Change everything all the time. It's Windows 11 and it's very annoying because the one I had was 8 or something. Could have been 10. No, it was 10. That's right, it used to be 8 and I had to turn it into a 10. I don't know, that's how it works. But anyhow, that should be down there, that piece. So we're making a knot. You see what I did? I went underneath that there. And that's going to curl up because it just wants to. Nothing can stay properly, can it? Now, I have to take that off there. So I've got that bit and I went underneath there and then I tied a knot, okay? So now I'm going to get this, pull this off here, get this piece of cotton, wrap that around there like that, hopefully get it through here, both pieces. Oh dear. Right. So I've got that on there. You got me? So So then I'm going to get this, and I'm going to push it up through the middle of here. Oh, I'm in practice, maybe in theory I am. I don't know about practice. So that'll go up through there, and it'll pull that a bit. Not so tight, but it's not bad, is it? Look, that's pretty good. Then I'm going to get these here bits, and I'm going to tie that in a knot. That must be a weak piece of cotton. It keeps coming undone. Or I'm just too strong, that's all it is. Yeah, sure. Alright, now I've got hold of that. Okay. Woo. Now we're going to cut this. Give it a do. Like that. Okay. Too long? Might be. So we can just chop some off over here a bit. I'm just going to cut a bit off. That's enough? Yeah, that's enough, look, isn't it? You reckon that'll do? Alright, now, get your needle. I usually do this on my thumbnail, but I'm not going to do that today because they're not... Don't pull out. Oh, I did too. Wow, don't do that, Sonya. Be careful. Maybe I hadn't tied it up tight enough or something, I don't know. Hang on to it. You need to hang on to it so it doesn't pull it out. I might have to, maybe I should have stuck a bit of glue in there too. What do you reckon? Should I put a bit of glue in? I probably should have. Don't if anybody says this is not how you do it, just say, well, Sonya did it like that because that's what she thought. Because that's what she thought looked good, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to separate these bits of cotton a bit so to fluff it up so it'll look fluffy. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. And if I scratch it down onto the piece of card there, it might be not looking too bad. It might be too long, is it? Cooch it a bit. I'm a bit worried about this coming out of there, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on that. I'll put a bit of glue on it. Drop it down in there if I can. I don't know how long this will take to stick. There we go. Hopefully that'll work someday soon. I'm going to cut some more off. Excuse me. I don't know. I keep getting all these allergies from these things round about. I suppose it's spring, and that's what happens, doesn't it? I never used to be allergic to anything, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be worried about it. I love the spring and the flowers and the pollen. I don't care about that. It's making me cough and snuffle and stuff. Oh, this is not going fluffy enough for me. Look, it doesn't look too bad though, does it? These bits here need to be fluffed out. When I start to do that, I'm pulling it undone. Anyway, so that's the idea of that part. And then you want to say you have a stem. You need a stem. Okay. That'd be green. Do you reckon? It'll look a bit alright, a bit of green on it? Probably will. Okay, we'll do that. We probably should have aimed this through there earlier on. The only way I can do this is if I lay it like that in here, right? And I start down here and I start rolling, okay? This is where you need one of those helping hands that you put that into. And I've got one of those too. It's behind me. It's a jeweler's thing and you put it in there. And I never forget the time when I told the lady up at the Can Assist that that's what they were, and she thought that she had something really amazing, and I told her I bought mine for $2, and I don't think she believed me. And this is what I'm talking about, and I did. And it's a bit old. That bit there's broken off, as you can see. But you have something like this, and you put this into here. if you have something like this, and you can put it on there, maybe like that, it'll hang on to it. Okay, and now I'm going to try and wound this around here without it coming undone, which I probably need more glue on, don't you reckon, to start it at the beginning, unless I push it up through the centre. Maybe I'll put some glue on there. That won't work. I need tacky glue. Oh, you can see what I'm doing. I've got hold of that boy's fur, and I don't know what happened to the top off that, but I'm not happy. Look at this, it's come undone, but it broke. Oh, I need to... Wow, there goes me pencils. Oh dear, they fell out of the jar. Never mind, I'll pick them up in a minute. They were on the floor in a jar, and that's okay, I can pick them up in a minute. Come on. Get the glue out. And I'm going to put a bit of glue on this. Sorry about this, I'm a bit close. We're a bit close, aren't we? But never mind. Okay. I suppose it just depends too whether you want this to be really stiff or not, this little thing. I can turn that over, I don't have to hold the whole thing. Whether you could put a bit of wire there if you wanted to. You could put a bit of wire in the end of it if you wanted to. I suppose it's a way of doing it. So I'll put a bit of glue on that bit, because I don't think I can take it. I can't do it by running up that bit. What have I done with me tweezers? They're probably laying down in here, so I can't get them out. That happens, doesn't it? You have things like that and then they do that to you. Hide in the pot. Where is it? Don't tell me I've got to buy more pairs so I can find them. Just give me a second. I'm sure they're in here. Oh dear, they're laying down. Actually, that's a different pair. Oh, I've managed to lose them in here. Okay, that'll do. They come out anyway. I've got them, but not the pair. Sorry about the noise. I'm putting these stuff back in this pot. Oh, what is that? Where'd it go? I've got these ones. So you need a few tools at this work, don't you? I've got that in a clear container so I can see what's in there. This work? Probably will. I hope they do. Yeah, they do. They go together. See, I lost them down in there, so I went and bought myself another pair. I don't know what I've done with them. Come on. Now you're upsetting me. Nobody panics on you, it's all right. Come on. I'm going to lay it down there, I'm going to have to. Start off by going around here. And maybe I should have that in the other way. That's pretty cute, isn't it? I do like it. I really like to do these sort of things. If you watch my channel at all, you know that I do. I have a thing about these interesting bits. And I've done this green, and that's okay, because I don't know what colour it is. Probably brown, is it? Probably brown, and I'm making it with a bit thicker thread, but that's all right. You want it to be long enough to put onto something, don't you? And I can't do it much further, because if I do, I won't have nowhere to thread it because I've cut my cotton off. But we won't worry about it just for the second. We're just going to keep going on with this here. Let's see if we can get it right. And I hope, because I've got all that stuff in the background, you can still see what I'm doing. It depends what size screen is it that you're looking at, really, too, because I know some people watch me on their phone, and I don't know how they do that. Kids have tried to show me things on their phones and that, and I can't. Well, I can see pictures and things, but other stuff is not helping me. What am I doing here? I'm going to have to cut that off. It's just getting in my way too much, isn't it? Things all wound over it. Let's cut it off. Person over there doing some serious mowing. My husband's already mowed this morning. He mowed and went up the street, put some cat food. Got it on a bit of a special. There's a few dollars off it today, which was good, because they keep putting the price of things up all the time. Now, do you think that's right? Will it hang on? Will we still have it here? We go to thread it through our piece of fabric, to put on our fabric. Now I've got a big needle, a needle with a big eye, I should say. I need a needle with a big eye, so that'll fit through that probably. This will be a chenille needle. No, it won't. It will be a it's one of the others. I keep confusing these two. And then I'm going to get my... So here's my little patches that I've been doing. Right, so we need a patch. And I thought this morning when I was getting sorted that I think I might put a piece of this behind it in case it's a little bit heavy. What do you think? I should have something behind it to give it a bit of a support in case it's a little bit heavy. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this bit of, well, it's like a stiffening thing that you could iron onto your... But I have it for there to use behind beading and stuff like that. So this is going to be our gum nut piece that we can put on our slow stitching if you want to. I mean, you can go and get a real one if you want to and put on. People have done, put the real ones on. I'm going to make sure that's... I have to lick that and flatten it down, eh? I've got to thread that through there. That's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll need a bigger needle. I'll get this farther one. I'll get this farther needle and I'll fold that in half and I'll get it through there like that, I hope. So before you start, make sure you got all this stuff, you know, because you're going to cry if you haven't. So all you got to do now is poke that through there. So what you can do is you can make a hole with your pokey hole doing thing. We can make it with this needle. It's big enough. And we'll just push it through. So there's a big hole there, see? And then we'll pull that through. But you only want the cotton, you don't want the hole. Hold on to that so it doesn't go, right? Now you got it. You've got it, Sonia. I think you've got it. I hope it's... there you go. What do you think about that? That's cool. Now, isn't that natty? I have got a piece of sewing here that I found the other day that I did a long time ago. I wonder where I put that. I want to show you. It's got a gum nut and a few things on it too. I wonder where that went to. It's going to be too far away. I was looking at it the other day. Oh well, it'll come back to me one time. It'll be back here sometime. But that's something you can put on your things. Right, so we've got that through there. Because besides needing the big needle for the thread it through, you need it to make the hole for it through in the first place, eh? And then I could probably put some more bits on here. I might put some buttons on because I don't have any buttons on anything in there yet, do I? Or maybe I'll come back and show you a bit more later because I think I should go now because I don't want to run out of time. But there's your gum nut, okay? And I really would have loved to have made it a bit fluffier or smaller. I'm after a smaller bead so I can get a smaller one up there, okay? And then all you need to do on the back of it is just get a needle and cotton and just fasten it down so it doesn't go anywhere. You don't want it to move. I tried to get this needle with the cotton in it and it'll come unthreaded. Okay, let's push it back down in there and I'll just show you how to fasten this off. And you don't want it coming out, that would be the Better be a scary bit, wouldn't it, if it comes out. Now we just get a piece of thread again. And you can sort of use any sort of bead that you want to, as long as it's got a big enough hole that'll make that, you can push that through. You can make these out of felt too, so we might do the video on that. It just depends what's, what I'm up to. I come in here every morning with a plan and never really stick to it that much. I just, get onto something else then. It always happens to me every time. So to hang, if you put it like this, if you depends where you tie it down. So you want to tie it down so it's sort of going to stay flat, okay? Make sure you've got it so it's flat. And I'm only going to use this back piece anyway for it to go through. I don't have to go through both thicknesses, do I? Did I make a knot in that? Yeah. So I won't go through both thicknesses so you can't see it, all right? Maybe that stem could have been a little thinner, I don't know. If it could have or not, we'll have to see. And then we can just put some buttons on here as well. Or other things to do with whatever. Like I haven't got any. I've got these. Oh yeah, I did sew leaves on the other one, didn't I? On this other one in here. Whoops, a bit dangerous here, aren't I? I'm sure I put a leaf on one of these. I did. Yeah, I did. I put leaves on those. But you can do whatever you want to put on there. It's up to you. It's your piece of stuff, isn't it? It's your piece of work. Put some beaded leaves on there like I showed you yesterday. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Put some beaded leaves on, because that's something you can put on your slow stitch. You can put anything on it. It's just a really, really nice thing to do, really pretty, and you can do whatever you want to. Circles are good. I love circles on them too. So I don't know. I might leave that threaded on there because I might do something over here with the brown later on. I've got all them pieces at the back. I'll cut that off, cut all them bits off. Not too short though, you don't want to lose all that. This is going to look good, this sampler thing that I'm doing, isn't it? It's going to be a bit big. Not really, not that bad, it's not too big. Okay, so we can find something else and to put on there next time I come back, okay? So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. And that's a little tiny stitch that I accidentally come through there with that, so we better be careful not to I'll put this back in here, but it doesn't matter, it's just one little tiny stitch and you can't see it anyway. It's all good. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you everybody for leaving me the likes and the thumbs up, and it's been really good fun. I've been really enjoying this just lately, because when the COVID was on, and it still is, but things were just out of sorts so bad, with everything, and families not visiting one another and stuff like that. And I've seen my daughter twice in the last week, and it's been absolutely great. Only for a few minutes the other day, but it's so good, you don't have to be scared and that all the time. Well, I am, because I don't want to get sick, because people still are, but you just got to be careful and get your life sorted out and do stuff and enjoy this. I like this, okay? Thank you everybody, and thank you very much for all your beautiful comments. And to Judy, I think your name was Judy, or Jude. Jude, you said, when I was looking for my invisible pen, you said you couldn't find it because it was invisible. Good girl. I just said that too. It was me as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.